Last week, I put out this video and I talk about the 5 stages of grief. And so I think what we're talking about with some of that positivity mindset is in some ways right at the end is the acceptance stage. And it's not, and it's being aware that, you know, for all of us, because we've been going through this cycle of grief, whether that's a loss of hope, loss of freedom, loss of purpose, loss of our roles, you know, loss of traction and momentum, we have to go through periods where it's kind of like, I feel down, you know, and I feel depressed. And whilst this is, I'm sharing quite personally, you know, whilst I can adopt a mindset of positivity, sometimes if I were to be brutally honest, sometimes there are points where I feel like I'm doing it to be able to sweep negative emotions under the carpet. You know, like if I just sit and say, yeah, I can be positive, it doesn't necessarily, like, it's still a pile of mess that's sitting under a carpet, you know? So I really like what you're saying, which is about sitting in that grief. But to then flip that onto some of the conversations that we have, especially, you know, in what we see on social media and what the messages that were put out, where just meditate can help with a mindset, or just doing yoga can help your mindset, or just going for a walk can help you. These are all true. But I wonder if this is what contributes to toxic positivity, that those are the messages that we can say. You know, it's harder sometimes to be able to say, today's just a terrible day, you know, and I feel bad about today.
Yeah, and you totally agree. And 2 points came to mind when you said that. The first one is when you were talking about acceptance, there's acceptance of the situation, but there's also acceptance of how you're feeling right now. Okay, so the acceptance has to be at all the point. And one of the problem I've noticed with my clients actually is not the emotions they have, but it's how they feel about how they feel. And so people are going to be, I'm feeling sad, what's wrong with me? Or, oh God, I'm always angry. This is driving me mad. Why am I always angry? I'm so frustrated all the time. It's frustrating me. You know, so we need to change how we feel about what we feel. Right? So if you want angry about being angry, what if you could be grateful? Because that's just the message you're receiving. Why are you angry? When you start looking into it, you say, oh, well, I'm angry because I'm not being true to myself. I'm not following my highest excitement. That's why I'm angry. All right, now I can do something about it. So that was the first thing. The second thing is that sort of came to me as you were talking. I don't think that toxic positivity is actually coming from the message that people are putting out. These are just tools, and you can, you know, it's like you can change the channel if you don't like it. I think we bring toxic positivity on ourselves because we always think that somebody else will have the answer for us. And we forgot to look inside. What do we actually need in that moment? What is going to work best for us? What do I intuitively feel that I need? Do I actually feel right now to disconnect, curl up on the couch, grab some ice cream and just be a puddle of mess for an hour or for a day? Or do I need to go for a run? What do I need? We don't take the time to pause and ask ourselves, what do I need right now? And it's not that hard. You don't need to be, you know, a psychic to find the answer. But while we go, we Google, you know, I'm a great fan of Google Doctor, you know, but we go online, we Google, we ask all the experts, what do you do? Oh, you do yoga, you do meditation. What's that guy doing? That guy doing? And we also almost often end up doing nothing of it, but just having all this information. And that's where it becomes toxic as well.